Waiting for mortgage rates to drop could be a costly mistake. Once rates drop, new home buyers will enter the market and prices will soar even higher. At Churchill Mortgage, you can get a free analysis and learn how to avoid the trap of waiting for interest rates to drop. Buy now and refi later at churchillmortgage.com. This is a paid advertisement. NMLS ID 1591. NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Equal Housing Lender. 1749 Mallory Lane, Suite 100, Brentwood, Tennessee 37027.
J360 Radio.
Hello, J360 Legion, and welcome to the J360 Mini Bites here on J360 Radio, hosted by J.M. Brady. I am your host, J.M. Brady. Let's get into it. Here for Mini Bites 92, we are slowly but surely climbing up that mountain, and I can't wait. I can still feel 100 happening. All these milestones are coming into play. But hey, we got a new week ahead, so let me go ahead and get into it. The Eternals trailer dropped, and that movie looks lit. Man, it looks about as lit as Shang-Chi. Phase 4 is really shaping up. You know, the Eternals, right? Pretty much the movie that the Inhumans wished it was. I really think that the Inhumans need a retry, man. Like, whatever happened on TV didn't happen, and all that Ike Puttermucker, whatever his name is, he's not there no more, so we can go ahead and redo that, you know, because Black Bolt and Medusa need their due. And see, if anything, the Eternals is one of those storylines that I never got to fully experience. I know they were like a big deal with Cosmic Marvel, and they lead to the creation of mutants on Earth, but that was about as far as I got. Like, in terms of characters and stuff, I really don't know them as well. It's the same thing with the Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'm hoping that effect actually helps out before the movie. So that does look pretty good. And I need to actually post a trailer on the J360 website. As far as I'm concerned, for those of you that were involved in that podcasting documentary directed by my good friend Matt, guess what? It's finally released. I'm gonna go ahead and put I'm gonna put the link at the bottom of the description so you can all check it out. It's pretty awesome. I like from what I saw on there. Yeah, so like it's very nice. So it's a good look into the world of podcasters. So if you ever want to check it out sometime, check the link below. You know what I mean? He worked really hard on it, so show your support. Another thing is, as far as like the J360 lineups this week, it is Hangouts week this week, so more or less this is pretty much the same until we get about Friday, and then you get that new Hangouts episode. And hanging out with me is one of the most coolest dudes I've ever met from the Jam fam. And it was a pretty fun hangout session. I mean, lots of laughs, lots of enjoyment, and we're showcasing his music. Like, who this individual is, you will find out later on, but I mean, he's been there since the beginning. And actually, if you paid attention to my IG, I already gave you a hint on who it is, but I'm not going to tell you right now. As a matter of fact, I'll probably hold it off until the J-Man show. Oh, speaking of jams, by the way, Jams 24 was a massive success. Positivity all around, like everybody, except one particular individual who was complaining about who was on the playlist. I'm going to get into that ass on the J-Man show, because really, no. Whoever's on that list and who's ever on that show right then and there, that's their showcase for tonight, and nobody takes it away. But from everybody that listened and all of the rave reviews that I got for it, that was one hell of an epic mega mix, man. We were close to breaking the grid on that one, but we pulled through, okay, and it was a beautiful adventure. So with that said, you know Jams 25 is happening. And as Jams 25 is happening, I will tell you this. There was a moment where I was going to delay it a little bit because I still have to do like this big event videography assignment on the first weekend of June. But here's the thing. June has like, I have so many plans for June. It's amazing because June's is the Jammiversary month. That's right. J360 Jams is finally going to turn 1 year old in like the middle of the month. It's gonna be amazing. I can't tell you everything here, like even on like the J360 mini bites, I can't do it. It's just, you're gonna find out as we go. Put it that way. So if you really want to pay attention, you're nosy and you can't wait, I say keep an eye on my IG. I'll probably be dropping hints everywhere. Most likely that's where it's gonna be. And you see, regardless what, you guys have worked so hard, and I've worked very hard at this. We are not missing a beat on June at all. So yeah, the show's still going on. Somebody's texting me. Come on now. You know, it must be a running gag, you know? Every time I do these shows, there's always somebody that wants to talk to me. I mean, I ain't anything when I'm off the mic, but, you know, when I'm on it, oh, that's the time to associate and be like, oh yeah, J-Man, what's up, man? Keep in mind, I'm pretty civil, but I'm like, come on, people, get it together. You know what I mean? And then, like, as sitting here, and I already got the plans laid out for 25. Hell, I got the plans laid out all the way up to 30. But, I'm a little ahead of myself. And then I wonder what number we're going to reach as we get there. Because, everything, I think I'm going to hold on to that. Yeah, you don't need to know right now. But 25 is happening on June the 4th. We're going to have a nice party. We're going to have a great time. And I'm still going to wake up fresh as a daisy, pumped full of frappuccinos so that I can go ahead and film the event. Hey, you see the beautiful part about that is I'm having a good time. Because during my breaks, I can just go in my car and go to sleep. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it all, man. I mean, one way or another. Multiple pay gigs here. Brother making money! Well, hold on. Being humble about it. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of which, as for the J-Man show, you guys have all asked me about doing another story set because, like, even though what I was reading to you was pretty damn creepy, a lot of y'all were like, is there a way that you could do this for the next episode? So, guess what we're going to do? We're going to be looking into some more stories, okay? Yep, that's my little gift to y'all. That way it'll hold it all together. And then for the PowerPlay, I hope that we can actually break the loop or at least finish out Bioshock 1 because we've already gotten to the plot point. And I think, like, if I knuckle down, I could probably finish that out. But we'll have to see what happens when we get there because, that next episode is happening on Thursday. So, and you guys know where the PowerPlay is, right? It's always existing on just two of the J360 TV channels, which is, the Twitch, which is twitch.tv/J360TV, and then, of course, the J360 TV YouTube channel, which is, you can use tinyurl.com/J360TV. It'll lead you right there. I was going to wait on, like, YouTube to get it together and give me my custom, but, man, I don't even want to know anymore. And speaking of the PowerPlay, by the way, does Nintendo do that thing where they still, like, take 40% from you or something? Do they still have, like, that partnership thing up on YouTube? Because I want to know, because if anything, I'm going to have to, because I got the N64 working again. I'm about to see about the Super Nintendo and see where we can go from that and do a couple of playthroughs there. Because one way or another, I don't need Nintendo getting all up in my business, be like, as you're doing that, protect our brand. You know how it is. And then it's like, I'm just trying to make content here, guys. I'm playing video games for people to watch, things like that. Trying to recapture my youth here, damn it. And I can see that happening. But, either way, I'm going to have a good time. And it's not all about the money with the PowerPlay. It's all about just having a good time and being as entertaining as possible. Like, even then, I'm working on the Showdown series. I'm supposed to be testing out a new function for that later on, which is why, like, this episode is actually kind of early instead of being produced live right now. So, I'm working out all the deets as we get here, and we're going to grow it as we go. And, speaking of which, about the Showdown series, yes, I'm working on a way to try to... I'm going to bring Halo back into the fold. I really am, because, a lot of us play that game. A lot of us access it. I managed to reunite with a friend who actually asked me about playing Halo again, and I'm like, hey, this would be the perfect time to do it. We might have had some hiccups in the past, but it doesn't mean that we can't carry on and, all of us just have a good time. I mean, like, that would just be epic, And, for free-for-all here, maybe some team playing over here, it's just like, it doesn't matter if you're bad. It doesn't even matter if you're grotesque. You still have a chance to play. If you're a gamer, you have every right to be on the PowerPlay, much like if you're a musician or anything, you have every right to be on Jams. Oh, and by the way, hey, speaking of which, there's no backseat GMing when it comes to this, okay? When I put together the Jams playlist, I pretty much know who I want for that particular episode, and if somebody didn't make the cut, don't be sitting in my chat room being like Debbie Downer or whatever, or sitting there being like, she had Mick McDuffie. No offense to Miss McDuffie, she's a great talent, but I do know this much. She's been on my show before. I don't have time for super fans to be logging themselves up in there and acting like, this is what we want. It's J360 Productions, not Burger King. Get the hell over yourself, alright? If I wanted to do a listener request episode, which may be possible, you're not making a good first impression for me to do so. And one way or another, I still have to host the show, and I love the way I do it, so I ain't changing anytime soon. You're going to be fighting for a long time. Put it that way. And I'm going to look right at you and be like, how does it feel to have no final say? Because, see, for one thing, all that name dropping doesn't best represent the ones that you're over here pitching for. And another thing is that the ones that are on the playlist, do you know how fragile and how, like, imposter syndrome's a thing. People suffer from it, especially those that make music and do performing arts. It takes a lot of courage to be on a J360 Jams listing, or any listing at all. Stop undermining the people on there by going ahead and bringing up others like big YouTubers and all that kind of stuff. Nobody gives a damn. But you see, the thing about it is like, I respect the Jam fam enough to know, especially those that are really nervous because debuts are like that, to always say, hey, respect the people on that list. And whoever made the cut, made the cut. And I see it all the time. So that's how I go about it. I know how to organize it. I know how to put it all together. Been doing this for about, like, let's say 25 episodes. I'm doing something right. So, no, I don't need help in that regard. Now, as we get to it, though, enjoy the experience. Really go through it. Like, sit there and immerse yourself in any Jams episode, and I guarantee you'll find music that you've never heard before, listen to some artists that you want to see grow. Like, that's the whole point. You want to immerse into this and don't hurt yourself. No skipping through, no select special time, whoever your favorite is, sure, that's great, but why don't you listen to the performer that came on before, because the performer that came on before may be just as good. Maybe just still working their way out. And I don't care if you got like a busted Casio or like a Powell Pro drum set. If you want to be on Jams, let me know. Email me at j360productions@outlook.com. If you want to be on Hangouts, same difference. I mean, right off the bat, you just got to speak and talk. And that's all there is to it. And I'm like right there. So if you miss out on an opportunity, there's only one person to blame. Now, as far as other talents appearing on the show, yeah, because that show is going to be produced for a very long time. Matter of fact, like I said, 200's the goal, and then we go beyond. You understand my meaning here? We're going to have a great time, and the adventure is just going to get better, not stopping anytime soon, and I'm in this for the long haul. And if there's anything that you guys have to ask questions about, reach out to me. Like, I already gave you the email, but I'll give it to you again. For those in the back of the room, j360productions@outlook.com. And then, put in the subject matter, whatever show you want to talk about, and we'll go from there. Of course, as it is, I'm still going to do whatever the hell I want to do regardless. And I look so damn fine doing it, too. Hey, you can't take that from me. Hey, speaking of which, I see Henry Cavill is not Superman anymore, which is a damn loss for Warner Brothers. But I see that he might become Connor McLeod of the Clan McLeod. That might actually be awesome. And, considering all the continuity snarls that happens in Highlander needs this, baby. Go, brother, go. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna be right there, sitting there watching it as they fight for the quickening. There can be only one. That's gonna be interesting, too, because maybe it needs to stay that way. Like, sometimes you can get, like, these trilogy movies, but then, like, one good movie could really sell the point. But then again, I don't know. See how he does with it. And we'll go from there. But other than that, though, that's it for this particular portion of the mini bites. The J-Man Show will be on tomorrow, and you'll get more information as we go. And then, of course, the Hangouts is happening on Friday at 10. Matter of fact, until otherwise stated, all shows are at 10 p.m. Eastern in a way that kind of helps, like, all the time zones that I can reach around here on the state side. You can all watch and enjoy it. For those of you on the European side of things, yeah, I know. You guys will be staying up late, and some of y'all are troopers for this. So I don't overlook it. I just thank you for your dedication. But, hey. And by the way, we're syndicated almost everywhere, so you will and are able to get a copy of any of the shows that I do and, listen to it at your own leisure. So, not a total loss, guys, and it helps me out. All right, but I got to get up out of here. We got a big week ahead, so I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow at 10, okay? See ya.
Come unwrap some holiday magic this season in Denver, where the lights are brighter and the shopping is grander. The shows are more spectacular, the trees taller, the festivities merrier. So come for your holiday traditions or make some new ones with your friends and family in the Mile High City, where the season feels a whole lot more wonderful. Discover great hotels and more things to do at milehighholidays.com.